guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video we're looking at the full moon. Now my little opener there is currently what it looks like outside, where I live. The moon is currently full, it's just behind a very thick blanket of clouds. Now we're gonna start this one off the way we would normally with our moon cards. So we've got our blue moon asking us to believe in the impossible, our full moon telling us to surrender to the divine, holding our vision with a fixed moon because we are in Aquarius, which is asking us to show the world the real us, the real you, the real me, the real us. Now then, going quickly, put this back. Away. So, it is the 22nd of August. It is a Sunday, and the moon reached its peak between 9:31 and 10:01 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. I'm actually filming this after the peak lunation because I was enjoying watching it. Some people consider this to be, as I have, 2020's blue moon. Now, a blue moon, if you're not sure what that term means, is an occasion where a second full moon occurs inside of a month. And so some people are confused as to why is this a blue moon if August only has one. 2021 only has 12 moons. It's impossible to have a blue moon, right? We've got a little explanation that this article, which is linked below, tries to give us, but it's not necessarily going to be correct. And it doesn't really answer the question either, to be completely honest. I'll read it for you anyway. It says, some consider blue moons to be when 4 full moons occur in a season, in which case the third one is the blue moon. It's significant because in the past people used to judge the seasons and harvest times using a lunar calendar, so your months would be judged by the moon. So if your third full moon came mid-month in the case of blue moon seasons, rather than at the end of the month as it is with regular 3 moon seasons, you could mistake it and think that the harvest season ended earlier than it actually would. Now the occurrences can be quite rare, hence the saying once in a blue moon. And so it says here, while this is the only full moon for August, it's the third moon of the current season, and as such can be considered a blue moon. Now again, like I said, 2021 only has 12 moons, so how can this be the third one for the season? Because the season we're currently in is June, July, August, right? So winter southern hemisphere, summer northern hemisphere. There's only 3 moons in that season. How is this the third one in a season? We're not basing this off of those seasons by the calendar. We're basing this off of an astrological lunar year. Now, for that to be understandable, essentially you can have a look at the 12 signs of the zodiac as months, and therefore when you look at it like that, considering that tomorrow is the first date of Virgo, this makes this the second moon within the Leo season, and therefore makes this a blue moon. because we would have had our first one would have been just at the, like right at the beginning of Leo season last month. I think when I was doing my thing, I actually had to swap around the order of when my full moon video would come, because obviously the dates for the you know, zodiac astrological months, which obviously each refer to when a sun is in a particular star sign. Those kind of, depending on which system you use, those kind of stay the same, and therefore the moon being within a particular sign, sort of, and reaching full lunation twice in a particular sign makes it a blue moon. So you've got, technically speaking, you could have a year that has 13 moons with 2 blue moons, one being based on a calendar month and the other one being based on it being in the same sign. That is, technically speaking, theoretically possible. So yeah, but it'll be a little while before we get another one, because as I'm sure you've probably noticed, a full cycle of lunation is not quite as long as an actual month is on the calendar, and so the dates slowly get earlier and earlier, and it's only going to be once we get to sort of the full moon going back to being around the sort of 21st, 22nd sort of area that we'll get another astrological blue moon. And in the meantime, we may end up having a year that has 13 moons. I may have to see if it is actually possible. I know in theory it's possible to have 2 blue moons in a year, which is quite a lot of energy for 1 year. Now this moon is called the Sturgeon moon. It's one that is signified by a time of year that sturgeon, which is a type of fish, sort of became more abundant in the Northern Hemisphere, probably when they started leaving their breeding grounds to head back out to sea for winter. This moon comes to us in the stoic air sign of Aquarius, and it wants us to rebel. So yeah, so when the moon is full and it's most illuminated, so are we. Full moons signify a time to reveal ourselves, and especially this one being that it's in Aquarius, wanting us to show our true selves. This moon is going to cast a light of discovery over the hidden forces at work and encourage new ways of thinking and secrets that will be revealed. It also represents the climax of the moon cycle and an energetic peak, a point at which the seeds of intention, which you would plant during a new moon, can be harvested. At the same time, it can also be a breaking point where tensions come to a head and burst. Frustrations and hidden feelings may be amplified at this time. Then, in comes Aquarius, a rebel without a cause. Aquarius is a free thinker, they are an innovator, they're a peculiar sign and one of contradictions. They have been marked as uncaring and aloof, but in reality, Aquarius simply keeps its feelings bunkered down and bottled up. Not exactly the most healthy thing to do with your emotions, but it's what they do. Aquarius can be a hippie, but they are also an intellectual. It's also a sign that can be easygoing, but not at all when it comes to opinions. They are quite set on their opinions, but they're, despite being a fixed sign, they can be quite adaptable as well. But once they sort of get into an opinion, that's it. They're stuck in that. There's no moving them. They become an immovable object. So when their mind's made up, like I said, you're going to have a hard time changing it. With our moon falling in Rebellious Aquarius, it's these themes that will energetically define this celestial period. Look to channel the innovative energy of Aquarius. It'll be a time for inspirations and big ideas, and with Aquarius influencing the moon, which rules over our inner selves, you won't be afraid to chase them down. The moon's aspect to Jupiter, the planet of luck and fortune, should help offer extra assistance here. Be sure to breathe in the humanitarian influence also offered by this air sign. With the world in its current state, the Aquarian charitable streak is a timely positive energy we should all lean into to help us organise and mismanage our ability to offer aid. Of course, obstinance and stunted emotions are all part of the Aquarian package, so try not to let Aquarius have you all bottling up your feelings. It's not healthy, and try to listen to reason if someone calls you on it. There's a difference between being assertive and being stubborn. Alright, so who's going to be most affected by our full moon in Aquarius? Virgos, be wary. We know you love productivity, but don't let Aquarius's innovative energy have you bite off more than you can chew, especially with the sun entering your sign tomorrow. It's, yeah, not a great idea. You're already prone to taking on more than you can feasibly handle. I mean, you're the mutable earth sign, so yeah, you're very adaptable, very able to sort of juggle a lot of things, and you do focus a lot on, physical tasks and material, the material world, which sort of continues on into your career and money as well. So you probably, you are very prone to trying to juggle multiple tasks, whether it be with work, with family, with money. You might be a treasurer or a financier of something. You might be trying to run a charitable donation thing during the panorama, and yeah, with the energy coming out right now, you're probably feeling like, I've got this under control, I can take on more. Don't do it. Pisces, the most creative sign of the zodiac, will be feeling extra inspired. The free thinking offered by Aquarius will have you at your most creative. Don't hold back and see what comes out when you put pen to paper. And of course, Aquarians will be feeling this moon deeply since it arrives in their own sign. This whole last month has basically been, sort of on the most spiritual level, an easy sail for most Aquarians. Any major planet lingering in your own sign has the ability to amplify the best and worst aspects of yourself. Let your easygoing, technology-loving side flow, but do be careful to try and reel in some of the stubbornness you're particularly prone to, Aquarians. Now, I think it also sort of stands to reason that if you know your birth sign, I'm just trying to think, I know I have a Pisces in my chart, I'm just trying to think where he is. I think he's not my planet, my Saturn, maybe? Might be my Saturn. But I've got a Pisces somewhere in mine. I'm gonna have a double check of that because I really could use that creative energy, and I'm just hoping that the planet that my Pisces is in my birth chart is also a creative planet. I'm hoping so. But yeah, it won't just be affecting like your moon sign, so like obviously if your moon sign's one of these, you get extra points for it being the moon, and it's not just gonna like, you know, only work if it's your sun sign. Any sign you have that was mentioned here, so Virgo, Pisces, and Aquarius, if you have any of those in your birth chart, that part of you can be heightened by or hindered by the energy that's coming out right now. So do double check that as well, because it's not just going to be, you know, as a whole you're going to struggle because you're a Virgo. You might have a Virgo sun sign, but you might have a Pisces moon sign, and because it's the moon and it's Pisces, you know, that might just rock you up even more in your creative side. So double check on that, because any of those signs will be, wherever they come in your chart, that'll be amplified is the word I'm looking for. But yeah, that's all I've got for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell as well if you want to be notified when I upload new videos. If you enjoyed this one, please give me a big old thumbs up. Again, the link for that, I mean, I've read it all anyway, but if you want to read it yourself, maybe share it with your friends, it will be in the description down below. Let me know in the comments, you know, how badly affected, you know, whether it's a positive or a negative effect. How affected are you by this moon sign, this full moon rather? Let me know in the comments down below, and until next time guys, keep your heads screwed on.